Hi everyone. So this is sort of my workout arsenal, which I refer to when I am designing my workout plans. And the muscle groups inside the muscle groups row have been arranged on the basis of the focus that I apply on each of them on a particular day. And for the volume and intensity, I have divided that into five different levels, and the stars are basically indicative of the magnitude. So let's just dive right into the push day one. With these set of movements, I try to open up all the three heads of my shoulders, and there's no fixed pattern to which I adhere to while doing this warm up, but the main aim is to just lose some bit of that rigidity before starting off with the compound movements. I also try to stretch out a bit of those chest fibers and even a bit of tricep extension, because at the end of the day, that's the three muscles that your push day is all about. Just something to keep in mind that this is just the dynamic stretching part of your workout, so you don't need to stretch very hard or push yourself to the limits. You just need to get a bit of that fluid going on three heads of your shoulder, and you will be good to go. I try to include different variations of push ups in this warm up as well. So, the main aim of this is to just prepare my muscle fibers, the chest muscle fibers, for the heavy weights that I'm going to lift after this. This is just my way of exercising or sort of warming up my muscle fibers before the workout. You can just replace this with 20 to 30 reps of your favorite push-up variation as well, and that works equally fine. You can observe that there are some of the jumpy slash explosive movements in this, so I try to do that as a precursor to my push presses. Try not to tire yourself a lot in these, because this is just the warm-up part of your exercise and not the main workout. Since this one is the shoulder focused push day, so I try to give it my all in this shoulder focused compound workout. I try to change the width of my grip with all the three sets. So it basically targets different shoulder heads to different degrees. And you can also choose a grip and stay with it for all the three sets if that's more comfortable to you. I would heavily recommend you to have a spotter while you're going heavy on this, and especially if you're starting off with this movement. Addressing the obvious in this video, you will definitely be putting a lot of stress on your wrists. So if you feel that you'll need the wrist straps, just go forward with it. Apart from that, I'll be putting a dedicated video up which talks about all the different gym equipment that you might be needing, and you can conclude if you need it or not after that. So I'll be talking about wrist straps, the lifting straps, the knee support, the lifting belt, and the other equipment as well. In this exercise, I try to isolate my chest as much as possible and reduce the stress from my shoulders. So, this is one of those exercises that has the full potential to just choke and kill you. And if you're not into that kind of thing, just please get a spotter if you're going heavy on this. Power shrugs is something that I do when I have to give a bit of the extra stimulus and go especially heavy on those traps. But you can just switch to normal dumbbell shrugs and do a more isolatory movement. As you can see in this movement, I do use a bit of that momentum from the legs and the lower back as well. You might want to avoid looking to the sides like I do in this video. Your neck is in a bit of a compromised position, and that might lead to injuries. For lateral raises, I like to use lighter weights and just isolate the side delts as much as possible and feel that mind muscle connection with each of the sets that I do. And for that purpose, I love using this machine. However, the dumbbell variation is still just fine if you are doing it with the proper form. You can try to just pull both the heads of the rope as apart as possible, and that would give you a better stretch. I would heavily recommend you to make that final set a drop set to just get that every bit of stimulus that you can to those tricep muscle fibers. So we are done with the five primary exercises of our workout, and I think we have covered 3 to 4 sets of each. You can vary the set frequency from like 2 to 5 or even 6 if you're feeling very good about a muscle on a particular day, and that would be completely fine in the long run. It is massively important that you do a set of static stretches after this workout or any other workout, and I'll be sharing a video which includes all of the static stretches that I do for each of the workouts, and that would also include certain recovery practices that I do. That includes using the massage gun or some of the nutrition hacks that I use. The main objective of any workout should be to make it more interesting and rewarding instead of robotic. So you can adjust the intensity and the volume of the workout on the basis of your recovery and the stage of the bulk or cut you are at. So it's perfectly all right to tweak these workout plans to bring them in alignment with your fitness goals.